My name is Reena. Today we will discuss about the Government of India Act 1935. Moving to the next slide. Government of India Act 1935. On August 1935, the Government of India passed longest act, that is Government of India Act 1935, under the British Act of Parliament. This act also includes the Government of Burma Act 1935. According to this act, India would become a federation if 50% of Indian states decided to join it. They would then have a large number of representatives in two houses of the central legislature. However, the regards to the federation were not implemented. Now we will discuss about the features of Government of India Act 1935. The first feature is it provided for the establishment of an all India federation consisting of provinces and princely states as units. The act divided the powers between the center and units in terms of three lists: federal, provincial, and concurrent list. Second, it abolished diarchy in the provisions and introduced provincial autonomy in its place. The provinces were allowed to act as autonomous units of administration in their defined spheres. Third, it provided for the adoption of diarchy at the center. Consequently, the federal subjects were divided into reserved subjects and transferred. The federal subjects were divided into reserved subjects and transferred subjects. However, this provision of the Act did not come into operation at all. Fourth, it introduced bicameralism in 6 out of 11 provinces. Thus, the legislature of Bengal, Bombay, Madras, Bihar, Assam, and the United Provinces were made bicameral, consisting of a legislative council and a legislative assembly. However, many restrictions were placed on them. Five feature is that it further extended the principle of communal representation by providing separate electorates for depressed classes. 6. It abolished the Council of India established by the Government of India Act 1858. The security of a state for India was provided with a term of advisors. 7. It extended franchise. About 10% of the total population got the voting right. 8. It provided for the establishment of a Reserve Bank of India to control the currency and credit of the country. 9. It provided for the establishment of not only a Federal Public Service Commission but also a Provisional Public Service Commission and Joint Public Service Commission for two or more provisions. 10. It provided for the establishment of a federal court which was up in 1937. Hence, the Act of 1935 served some useful purposes by the experiment of provincial autonomy. Thus, we can say that the Government of India Act 1935 marks a point of no return in the history of constitutional development in India. Now we will discuss about the defects in the Act of 1935. It provided no solution in the matter of defense. It gave no clear solution for which India had been struggling for independence. It spoke nothing in regards to the fundamental rights of the Indian population, even though the British assured dominant status to India. They did not actually grant powers to the Indians. The British still held power to govern as they pleased.